Opens division.
For Nomadic Tribe, won everything of their games from pole play to semis. The closest they've had was a U point against Sunder, so looking to see how.
And so opting for a match defense, they make use of the open side.
And here we go, shoots it for Nomadic Tribe for the score. Ties the game at 1.
Nomadic Tribe, good to get on the board here. The Buzz Bullets having been a dominant force for so many years, the longevity of a lot of their players being an absolute spectacle to watch. But Nomadic Tribe certainly looks like they have a large roster here, and they'll be looking to cause some trouble for the big brothers in the Buzz Bullets.
So far, Nomadic Tribe in recent years have had their fair share wins against the Buzz Bullets. They've been a steady rise as far as even both in international tournaments. They've won more games against Buzz Bullets, so definitely gonna be an evenly match between this all Japanese finals that we're witnessing between Buzz Bullets and Nomadic Tribe.
In third place, Chinese Taipei.
Nomadic Tribe, a very nice upwind pull here, gets a disc about to the brick mark, and immediately the Buzz Bullets get through that first line of defense. Again, a nice gainer and under option. That cut develops from very far downfield, and a leading pass up line punches it in to number 24, Kazutoshi Yamada, for the score.
Just quick points all together for both of the teams.
Apologies, that was Tayo Arakawa with the score. So Buzz Bullets making very quick work of the Nomadic Tribe defense. Could see them set up the cuts really deep, so they cut deep or faked deep and then cut under. So, you know, with one throw, they were already gaining 30, 40 meters upfield. As we see here, this is the cut here by number 9, Takahashi. And then just making use of the open side to lead his receiver into space. And then Hosoyo just holsters and then pops that little one over to Arakawa.
And Buzz Bullets, they've been within the Ultimate Team since 1988, has had extensive success, both domestic and global Ultimate. And they've been reigning championships as they get back to the action here.
So Nomadic Tribe with the offense now. They did manage to get their hold on after being broken initially, so not allowing that to shake their confidence. A little upline into the pocket, fakes the around break, throws the around break. And they do get the continue now on the break side. Using the inside channel and pierces that one through that downwind direction. The disc perfectly placed into the hands of Shohei Kuno.
And just like that, a pair of clean holds from both teams. After that rough start for Nomadic Tribe, and looking to see how Nomadic will get back into this game. Going back here for Nomadic Tribe, we'll go back here for Buzz Bullets. We can see here as we see their screen, reigning champions of the Japan National Ultimate Championships in a remarkable 20 times already. So you definitely know. And here for the other side, Nomadic founded just relatively early. Well, 21 years already in existence, based in Edogawa, Tokyo. Has participated 5 consecutive times in the World Ultimate Club Championships.
Yeah, and we know that the World Ultimate Club Championships will be hosted next year in 2026 in the UK. I'm sure that both of these clubs will be looking to attend that tournament and again try to go to a deep run in the world space. And again, a nice upwind pull here by Nomadic Tribe, but an offside is called. So benefit of having the game advisors able to communicate to the teams an offside and then leave it up to the teams to decide if they want to make that call. So just making sure they've got the right brick mark. Buzz Bullets fakes for a big shot, but happy to pass it side to side. Hamada with the disc. Fakes a hammer over the top. Nice jinking movement in the dump space by Kikuchi. Falling over, but throwing the around backhand. Buzz Bullets move it up very quickly to half field. Hamada jumps to Kikuchi. Again to Hamada, 1-2, 1-2, but that one falls to the ground. And a big hug goes up by Nomadic Tribe. Air underneath, bodies underneath, but Nomadic Tribe underneath comes up trumps. And now with Yuasa on the doorstep, you can see the movement. Oh, the disc fading away, but somehow trapped. Loses his bandana in the process, and a sharp flick into the palms of the receiver. That is Kentaro Nakayo with the score, but there is a call to bring the disc back. So that was going to be the replying break from Nomadic Tribe, John. We'll have to see what the result of this call will be.
But great presence of mind from Nomadic Tribe player to keep that disc alive. Looks like it's gonna return way, way back. Right here in the middle of near to the end zone rather. See if Nomadic can punch it through for their score.
So you see the movement come from the front of Stack, but there is a pick called. You can see the defense set very tightly. As we said, Buzz Bullets off with the fast start and the first point converting their break. Nomadic Tribe looking for a quick reply here. Couple of bobbles, but disc stays in the hands. Just move it side to reset. Really dynamic movement, but two cutters going to the same space. The disc still thrown. Can he punch it in? And punch it in they do. The assist from Kikuchi right into the guts of the receiver. And of course, the Asia Oceanic Ultimate Championships here alongside the World Guts Ultimate Championships as well. So the Ultimate players taking a leaf from the Guts players, punching one through the guts.
Nomadic Tribe being able to get the lead back. Nomadic Tribe being led with a bunch of players. We take the replay. Nomadic Tribe is being led by Hiroto Ito, number 83, with 2 assists. Actually 9 assists and 6 goals. Even other players such as Yuasa, Kuno, and Okobo, to name a few. That's always been known for Nomadic Tribe, even for Buzz Bullets, that they're all of them can do whatever they want, which is going to be a display here in this finals match.
Yeah, I think Nomadic Tribe also looking at their stats board, pretty much all their players having at least one stat, if not multiple as well. So, like you say, teamwork from both sides. Certainly using the depth of the roster, as this is a downwind pull and a little bobble there. This is Callahan country. Buzz Bullets going for an around break here. They finally get it to the end zone line and they move it up quickly. Now they get a little bit of flow, but Nomadic Tribe defense able to set. Oh, and a diving layout. That one is a bit of a ground strip. So Nomadic Tribe, a break opportunity with a short field to work with.
Even with the layout, try to keep that disc alive, just moving too much.
Sasaki goes around break, keeps it nice and low. Trapped well by Ito, but some bodies on the ground. Foul called. Just happy to work in those small spaces. dumps it backwards and they look for the around. Does arrive eventually. And Ito with the assist to Honna for the score. So Nomadic Tribe, 2 breaks in a row after going down a break early.
Yes, and looks like quick adjustment from Nomadic Tribe to realize what's at stake. And BuzzBullets a little bit shocked here in terms of having those small errors. They're known to be really consistent and clean with their offensive game, but here we're having 2 errors in consecutive. Nomadic Tribe being able to convert them both.
Yeah, I think that speaks to the conditions here. I feel like the wind is actually a bit stronger than the previous time slots. And with the kind of up-downwind direction, sometimes those downwind dumps, you think you've put enough air on them, but they kind of float downwards and into the turf faster than anticipated. So a couple of those execution errors, Nomadic Tribe doing very well to convert those opportunities without giving the disc back.
And for sure, like after that, I'm not surprised on the game point durations, just right around the 2-minute mark. So expect this to be the theme to see in this game.
And looks like a timeout has been called as, you know, fair enough with BuzzBullets being broken twice in a row. I think they'll be looking to try and reset and recapture their intensity they had from the first pull. You can see a lot of the BuzzBullets players here on the sideline practicing their throws, so you can see them, you know, checking how the disc is flying in the different directions. They can fine-tune some of the shape of those discs. And I can see, you know, making sure they keep the disc very low on the release, going upwind, but on the opposing side, making sure they've got enough height on the downwind. As you see the umbrellas again out in force.
You can see all of the peoples are now slowly gathering back to witness this highly anticipated. As we look at the beautiful logo of Nomadic Tribe.
Yeah, very simple, very minimalist, very classy. I feel like it's really just classic Japanese, isn't it?
I think the last time where Nomadic Tribe was able to win within the region is, at least for AOUGC, last 2017 is where they captured the gold, being able to defeat the Singapore's Crackerjack in a thrilling final. In recent activities, some of the players actually played in Trio Invitational in Malaysia, which remained active, visible in the competitive circuit. And I think here for Nomadic, they're rising to greatness again. For all of the years, it's been always BuzzBullets that we've always heard, but now Nomadic Tribe is slowly creeping into that, say, greatness that BuzzBullets has. As we get back here, as you can see the flags, the wind is now picking up. It good thing to observe, right? You see the players from BuzzBullets practicing their throws against this wind just to see how they can adjust and recalibrate the throws that they need.
Yeah, definitely calling for some recalibration after that timeout. They've gone down 2 breaks in a row. So Nomadic Tribe having an absolute stonker of a tournament. Like you said, they've come into this with good form. And hopefully they'll be putting on a good show here in the gold medal match of the Opens division. So a half-field pull to work with. Bulleting the disc into the path of the receiver. Trapped on that far sideline. Cheeky lefty backhand here. That high release riding the wind well. Oh, and now a bladey forehand. I thought it had too much heat to handle, but handle it does Arakawa. So Arakawa already with 2 goals in this game.
The ever-reliable Arakawa has been part of international and local tournaments, but quite recently was part of that comeback for the ages in last year's tournament in Australia against Belgium, where they're down 14-11, and that's always been in my replay button of exciting games to watch. If you haven't signed up, definitely look at where you can be able to watch as we look at his replay as he was pedaling back to be able to get the read despite that strong wind and be able to get a clean hold and narrow the gap with a score of 4-3. And a couple of Nomadic Tribe players here, relatively young, right? The average age of around 26 years old. Oldest player that I can see in the roster is 34, so a lot of them extremely young.
And that does sometimes happen, you know, with clubs who are very well established and there's not a lot of movement in their roster, but movement for Nomadic Tribe very quickly through the Buzz Bullets defense. And a big fake on that lefty backhand. You can see the dump scrambling. Oh, and he finds a small hole through. Getting low. Looks at the dump. Almost a no-look option behind, and they quickly pierce through and shoots in for the score.
Can notice as well from Atsui the high level of communication from the Buzz Bullets defense. They definitely know how switching is on key for them. They know when to switch without even just communicating. They know when, but Nomadic Tribe being too fast and too skillful at that point, be able to convert their 5th point here.
I agree. I think the physical attributes, the dynamic way in which the players are moving, you know, they're shifting their body weight, moving their shoulder, which forces the defender to have to cover one way and then immediately jink to the other side. And this is just a nice continuation after some beautiful dump set work. You see this almost no-look behind dump. He wasn't even facing his dump. He kind of just sighed on and went, oh, here you go, you can have a go. And then that is a nice score to Sodai Ozaki for Nomadic Tribe. So very efficient hold within a minute 50 for the Nomadic Tribe offense.
Here's a chance for Buzz Bullets.
So you can hear the volume actually increase a little bit on this sideline. Nomadic Tribe keeping the disc low, scrambling down. And again, a low shot almost to the face of Arakawa. Kikuchi, bladey flick. Oh, and just enough of a tip by the Nomadic Tribe defender to affect the play on the disc. And who would have thought, John, another opportunity for this Nomadic Tribe D-line.
You can sense the pressure being provided by Nomadic Tribe. You can see the reason of that turnover. I think it was an easy score for Buzz, but it's now it's a turnover and a break opportunity for Nomadic Tribe.
But they're going to have to work it all the way in this upwind direction, John. Feels like it might be, feels like more than 70 meters. Oh, and that is a strip and very quickly accepted. And as the wind gusts more intensely, they move things up safely. And another upline cut to the pocket. This one in power position, and Power was through with a big huck, fading to the left. 3 players to choose from, but the disc just blows out of hands. You can see the way the disc rolled after it fell to the ground.
The wind is starting to pick up, and that forced that pass instead to become a clean direction toward the end zone. Slowly was being pushed against the attacking end zone of Nomadic Tribe, and Buzz Bullets a chance to convert.
Yeah, you had 3 Nomadic Tribe players who actually read the 4th disc really well, but just how sharply that blade was coming in always meant that having to fight against that wind, that disc was always going to fall way more vertical. And that's a cold drop there by the Buzz Bullets. So Nomadic Tribe here with a prime opportunity. They swing it across. Okubo dumps to Goto. And Okubo again in the backfield. Slices one up, a speedy disc. Number 58, Kosei Arai. Nomadic Tribe causing Buzz Bullets offense to go awry. Incredible scenes here in the gold medal match. Nomadic Tribe 3 breaks up to bring it to 6-3.
Creating chaos by Nomadic Tribe. That last point, you can sense the pressure mounting for Buzz Bullets, and on the other side, Nomadic Tribe feeling the good vibes as they continuously march towards their chance to get gold and add more to their now increasingly famous Ultimate Frisbee Club. But again, don't count the Buzz Bullets out for sure. I mean, still early in the first half. Look for some adjustments with their cuts and their throws, and probably their playing positions to be able to get back into this. And so far in this game, Nomadic Tribe being led by Taku Hona with 2 goals and 1 assist, followed by Kenta Sasaki with 2 assists.
And what a way to start that point. That was a floating pool. You could see the handler almost retreat away from the disc. Very, very unusual. So you can see the nervousness in the Buzz Bullets offense already. Quite nervous to get the point going quickly. Oh, and that's a high disc, but falls nicely into the palm. Kikuchi, big shot goes up all the way to the end zone. Can he get there? The wind just pushes it away to the sideline and away for the hopes for Buzz Bullets.
Again, just short game of inches so far from Buzz Bullets. Just when you thought they were gonna get that score, just bounces out his hands. Buzz Bullets looking for any energetic play to get them back.
And I think, you know, the fact that Nomadic Tribe, that last break was an upwind break, right? So it means that they're playing offense in the downwind direction. And so, look, even if they don't score, they can get field direction, but that one is saved by the second bid. I don't know how Takumi Okubo manages to wrap his hands around that one. Looks like he had secured the scraps the first go, but required a second bid to make sure of it.
Being able to catch that disc before it touched the ground. So amazing presence from Nomadic Tribe as they shoot it in.
Nomadic Tribe with all the confidence at the moment. Even managing to save those 50-50 discs. And that one, oh, layout attempt to save, but the ground beats them all. Upfield, Arakawa, open side. And stall count is rising, and there is a poach in the lane, and the poach creates the turn.
Asking too much from his teammate to be able to try to squeeze that in.
And a big hug, completely isolated player. He can keep his toes in. That is easy as you like. So Yamamura with the score, and it's a blink and you'll miss it. Flurry of activity, incredible spirit here shown by Nomadic Tribe.
Second turnover already, and second break opportunity converted by Nomadic Tribe. Looking to run away with this game. Buzz Bullets gotta find any buzz in their game if they want to figure it out. Find if they have any bullets left in their chamber.
And I do wonder, John, whether the semi-final just before really took the energy out. And, you know, it's pretty rare to play your semi-final and then your medal match in the same day. Obviously, with the field availability and the timing and all the divisions and all of the logistics around it, it did result in the open semi-final being played this morning. I think Buzz Bullets would have been steeling themselves mentally for a very tough clash after that Universe point in pool play against the same opponents. So you just wonder if that tough semi-final has something to do with their performance now.
Yes, we've been reviewing the schedules throughout this amazing tournament that's been happening. Yes, definitely it's level set. Each of these teams have played the semifinals, but I think, can that be the major factor for any of these teams, really? That might affect fatigue, legs being weary, and all that.
Yeah, because when we look at the form coming in, so the semi-final, Nomadic Tribe got up against their inter-club rivals, Rascals of Japan. That scoreline was 15-7, and I imagine the timeline on that game would have been probably shorter than the Sunder game. There are other results other than getting a Universe win over Sunder in pool play 15-14. Other opposing scores have been 4-2, 4-7, and 7. So maybe with a slightly easier path through to this Opens Division final, it has really meant that Nomadic Tribe have been able to gain advantage early.
As we get back here.
A short pool to work with from Nomadic Tribe, so having to go the upwind pool after scoring the downwind point. And a side stack from Nomadic Tribe. They isolate a long cut, but not quite enough separation. So Kawasaki with the disc, around backhand, squeezes it into the sideline for Kusano. Swings across, Kawasaki to Abe, and there is a pick downfield.
We have a strong 427 people joining the stream, and just looking at some of the comments, one person in the chat says they haven't seen Buzz Bullets being beat this badly. So we'll see how this goes.
Buzz Bullets now, the slight miscommunication, but they do save possession. And everyone very far away. Abe dicing one to the front corner to who else but Taiyo Arakawa. Feel a sigh of release for the Buzz Bullets.
Arakawa, the ever so reliable player from Buzz Bullets, being the steady veteran presence that probably this Buzz Bullets, and something to take note, some players might not be in this roster as they recently joined the World Games that happened in China a couple of weeks ago. As you can see, the ever famous Matsuno not in this lineup. So probably some of these players here, different looks, different players. So nonetheless, they're here in the huge stage of gold. So you have to tough it out. But with players here from Buzz Bullets, you can see, other than Arakawa, you can see a lot of other players in this lineup, such as Taigo Watanabe and Takanori Furuzawa, to name a few, who's been the steady people from the Buzz Bullets roster.
I mean, Arakawa has now scored 3 out of Buzz Bullets' 4 points, so that's 75% already. I do wonder if the over-reliance on Arakawa might also prove to be a talking point, as this pool gets good distance on the upwind, but just fades out the sideline, so Nomadic Tribe will be able to take it from the brick mark.
This could be good for Buzz Bullets to be able to set their defense up. Just looking at it so far, gonna be a match person defense, but a little bit.
Passing a lot from the receiver, too much for Furuzawa there. And that is an absolute let-off. Thought the Buzz Bullets had a real opportunity to peg back a break, but in the end, just a little bit too rushed, John.
That's Arakawa to Furuzawa. Pretty sure they've had a lot of reps. As we take a look at the replay.
Oh, and another inside goes all the way up. This time, no defender in sight. And a leaping grab, mid-air attempt, but there is a call, I think, on the throw.
I mean, if I'm the Nomadic Tribe player there at the end, I'd be a little bit irritated that I was able to make an amazing layout catch just to be pulled out, but looks like reason is a call happened before that pass.
So Kawamata having a chat here. Some perspective being provided by the nearby Buzz Bullets player.
And Travis being called. We're saying number 4 from Nomadic Tribe changed his direction.
During the pivot? Yeah, these ones are really close calls, aren't they, John? I think when you kind of get... And here... Okay, so it was on the throw before then. So it was on that inside flick shot.
As you can see, that full extension layout.
I mean, still a fantastic play, even if it doesn't count.
Taking some time to determine what's the next point, and the travel is going to be called. And we go back to number 26, Sodai Ozaki. Sodai Ozaki, his offensive cutter at the age of 25 years old, playing a little over 6.5 years of Ultimate. Been part of the U24 Japan national team. Something to take, as he mentioned, something to look out for, as he described it, a creepy, cute throw.
Creepy but cute. Okay, interesting juxtaposition there. Wonder if the Google Translate might be confused, but there we go, a bobble. Creepy indeed is that throw, John. And Buzz Bullets here with another opportunity. And there is a call after that dump was completed, I believe.
You can sense the Buzz Bullets sideline cheering on their 7 on the line. Sensing the urgency to be able to get a point back.
Okay, so it looks like a pick called and there's a big shuffle of positions there on pitch, but Noda will bring the disc in for the Buzz Bullets here. Again, this is a chance for them to peg a break back. Works together with Okamura. And power position, holsters Ahashi. Now goes a bladey flick to the break side, uses his full body there to ensure the disc remains up. And Buzz Bullets score what feels like an unlikely upwind break.
Took a chance to sit down and admire that beautiful bladey pass. And that's well known from, I think, let's say Buzz Bullets has always been a patented throw in that bladey forehand hawks.
I think especially to that break side, right? So the blade actually blades over the cup and over the defenders set up on the open side. But it does require, you know, all of the players to ensure their defenders are accountable so they can isolate that space.
But nonetheless, Buzz Bullets get that break and be able to inch and close that deficit to just 2 with a score of their 5th point.
Yeah, I think really well done. The timeout here by the Buzz Bullets, converting a clean hold and then managing to convert that break and an upwind one no less. Now forcing Nomadic Tribe to have to work upwind on the offense. So let's see if they can stick with it here.
Able to see the Buzz Bullets as they return back.
And a huge pull. That blade from Takayama forcing a slight delay in the Nomadic Tribe's ability to get things underway quickly.
some
There's a
action,
call.
some call, and some contact on the right side part of this field.
I have to say, I like that choice for that bladey pull. I mean, like, I think a lot of people would be tempted just to go a big, high, floaty pull because of that downwind direction, but when you give the opponent a blade to look at, it means that they're totally occupied with trying to stop that roll, and sometimes with this wind, they don't stop it reliably, and you get a few extra meters, and you just slow down the ability to get things moving quickly and just store that momentum.
It's an underrated technique, to be honest, right? Because once you practice it, I have some teammates from back home where they would practice that pull, because if you're able to perfect that, works well for your defensive line.
Nomadic Tribe moves it center field, fakes along, throws it under inside. Lovely shot, but that is a hand block, I think. I don't know what just happened, but the disc went straight from the Nomadic Tribe player.
Huge block, mano a mano.
Oh, it's a contested foul on the Buzz Bullets possession.
But prior to that, woo, able to read it perfectly.
Yeah, I think he knew he had that almost like power position on that break side and he's going to go for that continuation. I think the thrower just not aware that of the width of the mark.
Looks like he was able to telepathically read that hawk.
Oh, and the wind gusts up just as that throw is released. The scraps unable to be saved for another day. And oh, that one goes out of bounds. So the wind just having a big gust up. Nomadic Tribe with possession. So they look for the behind and there's going to be a, yep, that's an out call and very quickly accepted. Fantastic spirit on display here. So gosh, there's a turnover at the moment. Finally, Nomadic Tribe string together a couple of passes. And just opting for some little dumps now. Sasaki, the dump goes up line. The field cut, jinks around, unable to get three, eventually does. Ito, up to Seki.
Oh, they gotta clean that up now with that switching. Nomadic unable to take advantage of that.
Yeah, so the field cut having to arrive. Ito again. These dump cuts are now being covered, so having to opt for Ozaki, but there is a call on field to stop play. So you can see that oftentimes that first dump option goes upline and then clears, and Nomadic Tribe are clearly waiting for that field cut, often from the front of stack. But you can see Buzz Bullets hot on the shoulder there, trying to bait a block. And Ito fakes that one. Has to wait for the dumps to work it out. And they do eventually through the break side, and Nomadic Tribe, no problem for the upwind score.
And they will take break with that 8 point, being able to quickly score.
And I think the story of the first half is, you know, Buzz Bullets, professionals they are, come out, immediately break Nomadic Tribe, but Nomadic Tribe weren't saying, we're staying in the game. They went, you know what, let's just take it easy, slot a couple of holds in, managed to get 2 breaks in a row, and then another 2 break points to break the hearts of the Buzz Bullets. So I think the question will be, can Nomadic Tribe sustain this level of intensity through to the second half? Make sure you stay tuned to the World Flying Disc Federation YouTube channel. We have a cracker of a game in the Opens gold medal match. Nomadic Tribe up 8-5 to Buzz Bullets.
camera 5 next game. So,
Oh,
over there? Yeah.
We are back for the second half here in the gold medal match of the Opens division at the Asia Oceanic Ultimate Championships. The inter-Japan rivalry here between the Buzz Bullets and Nomadic Tribe. Some would say a surprising first half with Nomadic Tribe getting up against Buzz Bullets 8-5.
And I think there's something that Buzz Bullets got to think of, but they'll focus on their offense. Just gotta clean it up here and then I think find a way in their defense to really slow down Nomadic Tribe's pace as they're down 3.
So Buzz Bullets working it in the upwind direction here. They do slice through with a nice inside break from Kikuchi. Oh, and a flying grab. Kikuchi goes Superman mode. Now on this sideline, Abe jumps to Kikuchi, who's getting every second pass in this point so far. Now works together with Hamada. To the fat side now. Can they make a play here? All the options downfield are covered well. So again, just relying on the dump sets. Inside shot to Kikuchi. Across to Arakawa. And Buzz Bullets now, a pick is called to suspend play.
Your Buzz Bullets, you like how you're going, how your pace is being set in the second half. They're already near the red zone. So the number 3, Akifumi Muraoka.
Yeah, Kikuchi has been a real focus point in this offense line so far, getting every second and coming back to the resets. Arakara now here, not as familiar territory in the back space. So again, Kikuchi, they are looking to try and get it on the break side, but eventually having opt for a dump behind. Oh, and that is just an overthrow by Abe.
It's like a miscommunication between the two Buzz Bullets players.
And Nomadic Tribe, again with another opportunity for a break. Yuasa, upline. Ooh, and a nice high grab there by Nakao. They move it well through the middle of the field before the Buzz defenders can get set. And on the doorstep now, frantic defense by the Buzz Bullets, not enough to get possession back. And fantastic work there by Nakao, involved a couple of times in that passage of play and gets on ground to secure that catch.
Nomadic Tribe being able to start with a break in the second half. Just when you thought Buzz Bullets was able to get marching orders to get their first point. Not able. If you look at the replay, that easy backhand pass to number 27, Kentaro Nakao.
Yeah, I think the Buzz Bullets defenders just got caught over stretching themselves to cover that initial pocket for that open under. Eventually that space in that deeper backfield opens up and Nakao planted himself perfectly on the ground. As we know, that downwind direction of the disc, that can be pretty spicy coming at you. So well done to get his body square behind it to protect that fall and ensure it was a converted break. I'm just looking at the number of breaks. So when Nomadic Tribe they've started on defense 8 of these points and they've managed to break 5 times out of those 8. So as a D-line, you'd be pretty happy with that ratio of conversion.
This speaks well in terms of how they've dialed it in defensively. Saying we gotta take every chance that we can against Buzz Bullets. I'm sure they've battled all throughout the years, so they know what Buzz Bullets are capable of. So gotta be very, very tight and coordinated once they get that turnover.
And in fact, out of those turnovers, there have been 3 of them that were completely clean. So using that 1-6 stack in the space on both sides. Kawasaki, and around backhand upfield, makes its way to Hosoyo. And a foul is called on the downfield, I think. So Buzz being very disciplined to set up their vertical offense, John.
Yes, you can see this vertical stack. Something that's really a lot of players globally take something out of Japan's page where
And Hosoyo goes a big huck, searching for the receiver, but that is blocked by Nomadic Tribe. So Buzz Bullets offense having no answers whatsoever to Nomadic Tribe's defense.
yes, I was going to say where Buzzbits make a good job of really going down to the handler line to fetch the dump, and that's something that we've seen globally, even in the Philippines, especially the provincial teams, right? So, but right here, Nomadic Tribe just knows where the passes are going, and that's the reason why they're getting these Ds.
Nomadic Tribe sent to the disc, and then a small dump back. Sasaki goes a high shot. That one knocked away. So Buzz Bullets with a short field, they gain meters with this D, and a good attack on the disc to keep that one in hand. Kikuchi stands tall, waits for the cuts to arrive. Oh, and a diving bid, not complete. The Kawasaki disc in hand. Kikuchi falling over to throw that to Arakawa. We know he's been the favoured receiver and the goal scorer, but that one way too speedy.
Pressure that the Buzzbirds are feeling from Nomadic Tribe's unrelenting match person defense. Someone's streaking people a little bit from Nomadic, but with the downwind field.
And an overthrow, the scraps are picked up. Big huck goes up, Nomadic Tribe full of confidence, but Arakawa reads that one better, and there's going to be a foul called and some contact, potentially an injury too. So you can see Nomadic Tribe, their confidence high. Once they get that first shot off, they're immediately looking for the deep option.
See, this is number 87? 77 rather. 27, Kentaro Nakao, helping out his teammates. Interesting to see where the foul occurred between Nomadic Tribe and Buzz Bullets players. So
the way he reacted to that, it looked like he'd been winded or had a punch to the guts.
Take a look at here. As both this number 11. Probably that's where the discussions where he got that was Sota Ono.
Wonder if he maybe copped a knock to the head, because it was almost a bit delayed. Like Arakawa had maybe made a bit of contact and caught the disc, and then he kind of had this delayed stumble and then went, bobbed down to the ground. So it's a bit confusing, but there's no kind of injury signal at all from the players. It's just the foul signal, it seems. And I think from some of the reenactments, they were talking about some arm contact. In the meantime, Nomadic Tribe, wise to this prolonged timeout, they get some water into some of their players, knowing the hot conditions. And just like day one at this tournament, the heat break rules do apply in this game. So when a team gets to 12, we will have a heat break of 3 minutes.
And it's going to return back. One of the Nomadic Tribe players, number 18, So Yamamura.
Looks like there will be an injury called as well, so Nomadic Tribe will substitute the player. So as we said, Nomadic Tribe full of confidence at the moment, just happy to, happy shall we say, happy to shoot and make the defenders of Nomadic Tribe work. John, we did touch a little bit on the use of this Nomadic Tribe team.
Yes, I mean that roughly age between these players in Nomadic Tribe around 26 years old. So just speaks about the youth with these players really in terms of.
And a quick upfield pass here. Sasaki on the sideline, moves it quickly upfield. Ozaka goes a big shot, and that is a perfectly weighted huck to Taku Honna. And Nomadic Tribe, 2 breaks to start this second half.
Buzz Bullets having no answers against Nomadic Tribe at all. Doesn't help for getting these uncharacteristic errors from Buzz Bullets. So take a look at that replay.
As we said, immediately when they get power position, they are just happy to throw in trust. They already expecting the receiver to be in their space. Nomadic Tribe, I'm just struggling to see how the Buzz Bullets can find an answer to combat their offense.
And here, see the large contingent players of Nomadic Tribe sporting that white and red jerseys and the famous blue jerseys from Buzz Bullets.
A Nomadic Tribe with full control in this game. It's a downwind pull, lots of distance. They've got 3 handlers back. Oh, I think that one bounces just out the back, John. So real let off there. That was a promising looking pull to pin the Buzz Bullets back. And there is a chat about it as well. And they're saying that, yeah, it did go out on the full, so that means the Buzz Bullets can bring it up to the end zone line, so very much relief for the Buzz Bullets offense.
Start at the edge of this end zone.
And an open undercut is hit on the chest, and Buzz Bullets with an immediate continuation look, but cut off by Seki. Barber now, disc in hand, looks across, finds his receiver, who also goes a continuation. That one is floating in front. Incredible layout by Kosei Arai for such an efficient turnover and break. Nomadic Tribe on song.
Gets it to go for Nomadic Tribe, providing one exciting play after another. The third break opportunity converted. 3 for 3 for the D-line of Nomadic Tribe. As we take a look at this replay of that amazing play. A gratuitous layout, but amazing skill and athleticism from Nomadic Tribe.
Not only the form of that layout, but the degree in difficulty in timing that, right? Like with that downwind direction, the disc was always going to float away, and you have to make a split-second decision in terms of when you're going to go to try and reel that in. And incredible play at the very edge of his grasp. Timed that to perfection, wasn't afraid of going up high, and just the technical skill on display. So amazing, John.
Noticing some players from the Nomadic Tribe, one of them, Takuya Seki, was actually part of the World Ultimate Championships under 24. Actually, the World Ultimate Championships last year, part of this lineup, so interesting to see as he's here and representing the white and red.
And Nomadic Tribe opting for like a saggy match here. They force a lateral pass, but there is a call downfield.
Again, it's just 11-5. Surprised of how wide the gap is between these two teams. Expecting something. Again, I mean, it's all credits to Nomadic Tribe's unrelenting defense. It's showcasing here in this gold medal match in the open division. There's going to be a pick call. That's stacked.
Yeah, so you can see the stack is set very far away from the handlers. So the 3 handlers here expected to do a weave, and the downfield cutters, I suspect, will cut off from the continuation. But Kikuchi, Kawasaki here.
The Buzz Bullets really positioned themselves with their iconic Cyclone and Weave play.
And they move things through. Far side, Kikuchi comes in for the dump. Again, just looking at the front of stack, but here he goes, a outside in flick. Too much juice on that huck, it fades out the back.
And another turnover from the Buzz Bullets O-line.
I mean, Nomadic Tribe have played awesome defense, but also Buzz Bullets have equally just given up possession well too easily. You see a little gust of wind there during the disc as it goes up. Does flick it up a little higher than intended. So the unpredictable conditions. Oh, and that is a foul called.
Looks like a nudge from that cost from number 80, Iori Hosoya, against the Nomadic Tribe player. That cost the Nomadic Tribe player unable to get the play on that disc. That is the discussion right now.
Oh, and the wind just goes up a notch, John. Nomadic Tribe showing that they're handling the unpredictability better than the Buzz Bullets as we speak. But so it seems like this game has been peppered with a few calls too.
Indeed, and as you mentioned, the wind picking up. Felt someone put the highest level of the electric fan here in Kamisu. And I think we'll see how's that. I haven't seen a zone defense from Buzz Bullets, or actually from both teams right now. And Buzz Bullets have been really good playing zone defense, known globally. So interesting to see if they're gonna showcase it here.
And you think Kamisu is just wanting to show all types of weather to us. This tournament has been, oh, and an upfield shot doesn't work out. Buzz Bullets now with possession again. Kikuchi, around break. Okamura, safe hands with Kikuchi. So Okamura, Kikuchi going a 1-2 at the moment. And there's a foul called, so a lot of stoppages in play, John. It's, I think, also making it a little bit more tricky for the Buzz Bullets to get in flow.
A lot of physicality between the players.
And now Buzz Bullets with a prime opportunity. Abe dumps across. Okamura getting very close to the disc, but they retain possession. Abe looks forward, looks around, hits Okamura again, and they go a blading flick. That one calibrated well to the hands of Takahashi.
Finally a point for Buzz Bullets in the second half after a barrage of turnovers. So let's see if this is going to be a mini run that Buzz Bullets are looking forward. As we look at the replay, that amazing leading pass. Giving it to number 9, Naoya Takahashi. Again, Buzz Bullets got to give a different look. I mean, the match person defense isn't just there, isn't there for them. So, gotta throw out somewhat of a poachy defense just to really stifle those fast plays from Nomadic Tribe. They're winning the small ball game, Nomadic Tribe is. So, figured that's something that we'd like to see. Or again, the zone defense.
Yeah, either a zone defense or like clogging in the lane, a bracket play. Just something to change things up, because the pace of the offensive points and the fluidity in which they're flowing, just a tidal wave at the moment. Buzz Bullets unable to stop.
It's number 18, Furuzawa, with the pull.
And that's about halfway in which the Nomadic Tribe will be able to start in a different formation. It looks like a horizontal set to get things going. And maybe a zone look, John, as you called for.
Look, they have to figure out some ways to be able to stop.
And a big bladey flick of their own Nomadic Tribe. That is a 2-throw score. Yosei Ishiguro on the end of that one. And we were just saying how efficient these offensive holds have been for Nomadic Tribe. Feels like a long time since we've seen the O-line on the pitch, but they certainly say they want a bit more of a break. Gee, boys, get out there. We're done.
Just like you thought the older brother in Buzz was trying to open that small door into Nomadic Tribe's room. Nomadic Tribe just quickly shuts it down, say no mas. And it's 12-6 so far.
That's right, 12-6, which means we will have a 3-minute heat break as the teams rest and recuperate. And we will be back on the other side shortly. And we are back in the final stanza of this Opens gold medal match. Nomadic Tribe leading the charge 12-6 against the Buzz Bullets. Their offense has been unstoppable with quick continuations, deep game to really push the envelope, and equally their defensive awareness has been able to generate multiple blocks, and in total 7 break points. The D-line for Nomadic Tribe absolutely getting to work with their DNA all over the disc. It's a big pull. This one penetrates well into the upwind direction. Lands a little bit before the brick mark, but Buzz Bullets trying to make a run at this gold medal match. Lots of fakes, and there is a bid, but complete by Buzz Bullets as they work it through the far side line. A couple of bodies fall over. People were thinking there was some kind of foul. Now the pick is called, so it did look a bit strange with a few people pausing. So just working out where the players are setting. You see Arakawa very close to the disc here. On the far side is Takahashi with the disc. And another dump is available from Kawasaki and Abe. Move up line to Arakawa. Quick shot upfield. And this one does work out. So Arakawa a 1-2 with Okumura. Desperately needed clean hold for the Buzz Bullets.
Yeah, that's something to look out for Buzz Bullets. You see the loud cheers. Still just it's a 5-point lead. But I think from the roster of Bullets, want to see more from probably from their U24 players. And you see 3 players coming from the Buzz Bullets lineup, such as Kawasaki, Suzuki, and Hosoya. Especially Hosoya, who's been having a good tournament, having 13 goals so far. We haven't felt his presence in this game so far. So interesting to see when he's going to insert himself for the Buzz Bullets.
I'm sure both teams knowing each other very well, as you said, playing at a lot of tournaments together, and Nomadic Tribe having gone up against Buzz Bullets and getting some wins on the board recently. So they're hoping to continue on this winning run against the Buzz Bullets, and this time with some metalware on offer. Pull goes up from Furuzawa. Nomadic Tribe with the downwind direction, a flat mark. So finally Buzz Bullets make some adjustment to deter those big shots. But Nomadic Tribe not deterred at all by that adjustment. A sliding catch by So Yamamura. Throwing the kitchen sink, but no answers whatsoever. Nomadic Tribe continue on this surge, 13-7.
Buzz Bullets trying everything it is. You thought they were going to make that micro adjustment. Again, Nomadic Tribe with just a quick answer. And you can see the body gestures. The Nomadic Tribe here, all happy and content of their performance right now. As you see here, number 18, So Yamamura. Probably his 9th score in this tournament. Take a look at that replay, just from a standstill position at that.
And that was a beautifully thrown huck to Ono. Pinpoint perfection, used and rode the wind well, wasn't overthrown in that downwind direction. In fact, that is Ono's 3rd assist of the game to go along with his 1 goal. So a really nice distribution of stats getters for the Nomadic Tribe team.
13-7, huge hole, and I was looking here at the team in blue. Body gestures look really defeated, flabbergasted.
Yeah, agree. Both body and voice. Looks like that was going to be a long option, but elects for the lateral pass. And the points wanting the long option to get out of trouble. Stall count rising. The lateral to Arakawa works out. Kikuchi now. Backhand to the open side. Continues upfield. Takahashi. Shoulder shimmies. Goes backwards to Okumura, who goes forward to Nayo Takahashi. So that is the smoothest we've seen the Buzz Bullets offense in some time.
It's actually been their first clean hold since the first half.
Yeah, the last couple of offensive points have been clean, but this one I think might have been the most efficient one. feel like in previous times, the defensive pressure has been omnipresent from Nomadic Tribe, but Buzz Bullets able to score this one in 155. So one of their most efficient offensive scores yet.
I want to pause from the action. Just want to be amazed about how the Japan Flying Disc Association has been able to build these consistent teams between Buzz Bullets and Nomadic Tribe, but also other teams that we've not even know yet, for sure. Very coming from looking at it from the outside in, I'm just amazed how they're able to organize multiple tournaments and organize communications amongst teams to be able to field such competitive and highly skilled players across the board. So just amazed in how, you know, not just the Philippines, but also other countries are trying to mimic their way of organization. Just kudos to them. Not just running a good tournament, but running high number of rosters and pipeline at that.
That's right. I think a nice example of like pioneers, right, in this sport, in this region. We know Japan has been really the premier national team here for some time. Lots of world representation, and Japan, along with Australia, featured in the World Games a lot in recent years. And a big hug from Nomadic Tribe, but this one falls short. And that is a block from Isobe. So is this the shift in momentum, John?
See if they can open that door into a comeback. Just go back here, right? First time I've seen them was in 2015. They were part of that all-star match featured in Emperor Stadium in Philippines.
Ahashi now, stall count rising. The rescue field comes up, and oh, an undercut. There was pressure from the defense and quickly accepts that foul, Ozaki.
Can hardly see that developing. I was thinking, ooh, does number 26 for Nomadic Tribe have a chance at that disc? But good seal, body seal from number 11 of Buzz Bullets.
Yeah, Takayama now on this close sideline. Ooh, a tiny little dump doesn't work out. And just that small space running out. Sasaki moves it laterally, continues to go laterally, and continues the up line and a bubble. Ito. Just the two of them working together. Now Ozaki gets involved. It's pivoting that lefty backhand, safe lateral shot back to Ito. So Ito and Sasaki talking together, and that is a pierce through to Ozaki in that upline cut. And yet another break. Ozaki now with 2 assists and a goal. And Nomadic Tribe marching on to this gold medal at 14-8. And just this little push pass, well read out of the hand by the bidding defender. Just closed down that space, did Mandai. And it was an ambitious space to attack with the sideline right there. I think that option probably should have been looked off in favor of a more clear connection.
But exciting to see Nomadic Tribe slowly rising to the occasion. They can already taste the gold medal. They can feel it right within their fingertips.
Certainly got the upper hand, and as you said, one hand on the medal, and it will be game point. So Buzz Bullets offense, not the most confident in this game. They're gonna have to extend this one if they extend this match.
I've seen bigger comebacks before. Even in just this tournament, I've seen a team down 13-9 and being able to win it 15-13. I won't name the names. I don't want to write any...
No spoilers. No spoilers.
No spoilers and PTSDs for any of the followers, right? And I've seen Buzz Bullets come out again from a 14-11 gap between Belgium.
Well, Team Japan, but yes, a lot of roster crossover. Ooh, and a furious upline cut, the 2s on 2s. Hamada comes up with the disc and Plenty of contact and bump, but they're happy with that. And Buzz Bullets, I like that they're keeping the disc moving and almost to the ground, but kept above board. And Hosoya there puts a bit of soy sauce on that goal. And the Buzz Bullets do indeed extend this game once more.
Wow. First time I have a lack of words to describe that. But just amazing speed. And again, that swing from one side to the other just shows you the depth and class of Buzz Bullet's skills.
I think in previous points, Nomadic Tribe had managed to hold Buzz Bullets up, so the stall count's getting to that, 5, 6, 7, 8, whereas this time Buzz Bullets were very determined to keep the disc moving. So whenever they saw an open pass, even if it's lateral or a little bit behind, they were taking it, and just changing those angles so quickly made it very difficult for the defense to reset. And here we have Hosoya there scoring from the assist from Okamura. Okamura, that is his 4th assist of this game, and he will be hoping for a couple more to make a tilt at this gold medal. And so, Buzz Bullets, that's a beautiful upwind pull from Furuzawa. Nomadic Tribe setting up in a horizontal, a completely isolated player, but pinpoints his receiver on the far sideline, and now a pinpoint huck all the way to the hands of Taku Honna, and Nomadic Tribe are the winners of the Asia Oceanic Ultimate Championships.
And this is it. Nomadic Tribe able to win it all. Amazing. Clean the sweep as well from the open division, showing that the younger brother of the Japan team being able to come out on top and be able to be the open division championship. As you look at that last play to seal it.
And just like they have been all game, they've been using the long shots to their advantage. Absolutely precision throw in that downwind direction, as we see a beautiful pose there from Nomadic Tribe receiver Taku Honna, sealing the win. As we said, Nomadic Tribe were just able to play the way that they wanted. Buzz Bullets with no answers to stop their hacking game, and the efficiency of the offense, as well as the composure by the defense to be able to take opportunities, pretty much every single one when they arose. When you have a D-line that has generated 50% of their break opportunities, of their breaks when they start a point, that's just an incredible stat, and a well-deserved campaign for Nomadic Tribe after coming through undefeated in pool play, having that close game against Sunder 15-14.
And as you can see, they've described themselves as the most courageous ultimate team in the world, right? Mirroring their bold and adventurous team identity, and they are loud and proud and bold here. When you see those amazing hawks and amazing layouts from Nomadic Tribe being able to really showcase who this team is, and they're finally champions of the Open Division.
And so we conclude the Opens division at the Asia Oceanic Ultimate Championships, but we do have one more gold medal match. Make sure you stay tuned. 3 o'clock local time, we will have the gold medal up for grabs in the women's division. Ellipsis out from Australia against the local team, Swampy Bug. Make sure you stay tuned to the World Flying Disc Federation. This is Avril Cham and Jonathan Santos. We will see you soon.
Welcome to the victory ceremony at the World Flying Disc Federation 2025 Asia Oceanic Ultimate Championship Open Division. The medals will be presented by King Bautista, President of the Asia Oceania Flying Disc Federation. Adriana Ritter, Founder and CEO of DC Ultimate. Yuki Ishikawa, Kamichi City Deputy Mayor. And Aiden Summer, the head team advisor at AOUC 2025. Please congratulate, in third place from Australia, Thunder. Captain by King Bautista, President of the Asia Oceania Flying Disc Federation. In second place, from Japan, Buzz Bullets. The second place trophy will be presented to the team captain by Adriana Ritter, founder and CEO of DC Ultimate. And in first place from Japan, Nomadic Tribe. the spirit of the game for the open division, the award goes to, from Malaysia, Hornbill. The Spirit of the Game trophy will be presented to the Team Spirit Captain by Aiden Turner, the head game advisor of AAUC 2025. Distinguished guests and everyone, please put your hands together once more for all our medal winners and the WSBF 2025 Asia Oceanic Ultimate Championship gold medalists in the open division. From Japan, Nomadic Drive. The women's finals come up next. From Australia, Alexis. From Japan, Swampy Bard in 12 minutes.